Okay, we talked about this a little bit over the last 4 weeks, excuse me. And I was really thinking about this last night. We have player 1, player 2. Everybody see that? Jason, can you see this? You're looking over there. You're not looking at the board. Right here, G is for genius. Excellent, great, or good, excuse me. Average, poor, stupid. Player 1. Player 1 is gonna play 10 points. I'll just write 10P. And player 2, 10P. Now player 1 tries to be genius on all 10 points. Trying to make a genius play, highlight reel, something really cool that they can post on Instagram, or just everybody goes oohs and ahs, right? From my experience, which has been 34 years in competitive sports, this is the majority of times, from my experience, you may have different, when somebody tries to do genius 10 plays, they usually end up with about 4, not poor, stupid plays. Like 4 times they just basically either score for the other team, give a turnover, throw an interception, strike out, fumble, serve the ball in the net, hit the ball in the other court, hit the ball over the back. That usually happens about 4 out of 10 times. Poor once, average once, good once, maybe twice, genius once, and actually we'll do a poor twice. This scores for the other team 4 times, every time. Poor is 50-50. We'll say the other team has 5 points. This player just scored 5 points for the other team. These 2 plays basically gave the team the ball, but didn't score for them. Just set themselves up to get scored on. Something not completely stupid, but it's basically like we just put ourselves in a situation that we're not going to be successful. And good and genius ones. They scored 2 points, and 1 point was really good. Everybody went, ooh, wow. And usually, Serenity, in our society, everybody replays this 10 times and then acts like these don't happen. This became a thing, especially with social media. You can watch somebody's reel from a weekend and you'll see 3 plays that are genius. You don't see the 30 plays that lost in the games, scored points for the other teams, or if anybody that had any sense would just go, man, that was some of the stupidest things I've ever seen in my life. Nobody's at the net, game point, you swung as hard as you could and hit the ball right in the middle of the net. Player 2, 10 points. Does not try to be genius. They just try to completely eliminate stupid. They're just gonna, and what does that mean? I'm not gonna be stupid, I'm gonna play smart. I'm gonna make the smart play at the right time. Usually, that works out with about 7 good plays, 1 average play, 1 poor play, and maybe 1 genius, maybe 1 excellent. The better the player is, the more skilled they are, the more of these are gonna happen just because they're not being stupid, right? So the better skilled players are gonna make what looks like genius plays just because they're so well trained. Does everybody understand that? Now, in looking at this player scored maybe 1 point for the other team. They made 1 error. In a whole volleyball game, if it's beach volleyball to 21, they make 2 errors. So them and their partner both make 2 errors, they scored 4 points for the other team. The other team might have gave them the game because if they had 2 stupid players on that team, they would score half their points. We've all maybe been that person or on that team or played against that team. I played against them a lot of times. I'm like, let's just give them the ball. Our best player is standing on the other side of the net. Let's get out of their way and let them win us game. And I've seen that at all different levels. The better the athlete, sometimes that happens at the higher level because they're just maybe an extraordinary athlete, but they'll score half the points on you. And sometimes 2 out of 10 games, they may go off and win the game by themselves. But the majority of the time, they're a 2x4. They're gonna win 2 games, lose 4, or even a 2x6, which is they'll win 2 games, lose you 6 games by themselves. My point about all this is we need to be conscious of eliminating stupid. And I'm seeing it all the time with all of you, from Malachi to Mila to Lily to even coach. I'm seeing like this right here, and it's at that moment that we have a decision. I'm gonna be smart or I'm gonna be genius. And we go for genius, and usually it doesn't happen well, right? I'm not free of this. We're playing, game point, I'm like, I'm gonna ace him off the court. Jump serve, 100-mile-an-hour serve, here it comes. I'm gonna break the world record on the serve, 85 miles an hour, right into the net. And everybody just goes, stupid. Just let him have the ball. We'll play defense, right? I just gotta block. I just gotta dig. They can't stop me. I'm on fire. And then we do this massively. Today, Serena, you ever been down here? Never. I know this. How many times have you played with people that hang around here all the time?
I am that person all the time.